Hello everyone, here's Aquifel again, and today we're gonna discuss the Royal Rumble pay-per-view by WWE, which will be held tomorrow, Sunday, yes, well, in Germany at 2 o'clock, and I'll try to watch it live and give you a review come Monday, let's say afternoon. So, the Royal Rumble, it's one of the big four, and always, the most important thing on the road to WrestleMania, as the winner of the Royal Rumble always faces the champion, or a little while back, one of the champions or the champion of his respective brand. In the main event, or at least in a title match. Well, this year is going to be a little bit different, but I'll come to that a little bit later on. First of all, we'll have a look at the card as a whole. And there's a fatal four-way tag team Royal Rumble qualifying match. Well, yeah, to be honest, Damien Sandow and Darren Young teaming together, sure, why not? Jack Swagger and Mark Henry, The Ascension, and the Dudley Boys. Well, whoever wins this, doesn't matter which team wins it, one thing is for sure, none of these guys will win the Royal Rumble match. Because, to be honest, Damien Sandow was hot for a while, and he's always over. He's a cool dude, but not world title, material. Darren Young, well, nowhere near the main event. Jack Swagger had his shot, messed it up. Mark Henry, well, he had his shot too, and to be honest, right now he's more or less a jobber. Speaking of jobbers, The Ascension, I doubt they even win this match. And the Dudley Boys, well, Devon never was that much of a singles guy, in my opinion, and Bubba Ray sure had his huge run in TNA, and he did a great job. Don't get me wrong, he really did a great job as a top heel in TNA, but he is not really main event material in WWE, especially going into WrestleMania and headlining the damn thing. So it doesn't matter who wins this, there are going to be side notes in the Royal Rumble. At least that's my prediction. Then on to the WWE Tag Team title match, New Day versus the Usos. Yeah, that's new. But at least it always is rather entertaining. Not great match, not really more than average match, or they didn't have any of that in the past, but it was always quite entertaining. So maybe it's time that the New Day, who are over as hell, but yeah, in order to stay fresh, the Usos maybe should win the thing, because maybe when Doc Gallows and Carl Anderson enter, they will defeat the New Day for the title, but I don't see them coming in as faces, so they need to beat faces in order to get instant heat. So the Usos really should win this title here. And yeah, as I said, it won't be a great match, but hey, at least it's sure to be a little bit entertaining, and if it's for the antics of the New Day. Then the Divas title match, Charlotte, with her daddy Ric Flair by her side, versus Becky Lynch. And that one, yeah, it was a little bit, well, it's long overdue. They really, worked the storyline there that Charlotte, oh, she's face, she's great on her, oh, best friends with Becky Lynch, best friends with Paige, but Paige, she's a jealous slut, so she goes against Charlotte, and Charlotte, got more and more heelish, and Becky Lynch didn't like that, and you saw it, and now it's time for Becky Lynch to get revenge. I don't know if she'll be able to beat Charlotte, because first of all, Charlotte isn't champion for a very, or hasn't been champion for a very long time, and they a title change such as this, in order to create more impact with it, they should wait to WrestleMania and have the feud get more intense and more personal, even more personal, until WrestleMania, so they can really have the big payoff for Becky Lynch and her fans there. Well, but it could be a good match. Depends on the time they get and whether it's more NXT women's wrestling or your typical, well, we get 5 to 10 minutes and aren't allowed to steal the show. So we'll we'll do the classic WWE main roster divas stuff with a little bit more quality, but without ever really being good. We'll see. I hope they get the time. I hope they really can showcase what they both can do, and of course, in the end, maybe finally making the Divas Revolution something to take serious in the main roster. Then we have the United States title match, Alberto Del Rio versus Kalisto. Well, Kalisto's title reign didn't last very long. And it was an upset victory. He got over Del Rio, but he lost it back next night. I think the Kalisto should maybe win the thing back. Nothing against Del Rio. I got nothing against him personally. I think he's a good wrestler, but in WWE, as of late, after his return, he hasn't been. Gotta be honest here, the League of Nations thing is just. I can't take those guys seriously. They are not a threat to anyone. They're just goonies, and maybe Kalisto should win the thing and have more competitive and great matches, because Del Rio sure as hell can, but he hasn't really much proven it or shown off what he can do in the ring in the last weeks since his return, or months since his return. So I'd rather see Kalisto as champ, though I think maybe Del Rio will keep the title here. Of course, the last man standing match for the Intercontinental title, Dean Ambrose as the champion versus Kevin Owens. Those two really had problems with the feud at first, because it's not their fault. The WWE had some poor decisions along the way. So, but it is heated, and Owens really got Ambrose to doubt himself, to really get aggressive. The loose cannon, the lunatic fringe. He's not the loose cannon, although, well, if you combine Roddy Piper with the loose cannon, you have Dean Ambrose, or at least what he could be. Should be a hard-fought match, should be rather brutal, and who will win this? I honestly have no clue. That's the suspense of it, and that's why this match easily could be the match of the night, and probably, beside the Royal Rumble match, is the most anticipated match of on the card. I hope either that Owens wins and Ambrose goes into the Royal Rumble match and stirs the shit up in there. Or the other way around, Ambrose wins, but Owens is so pissed off that he goes into the Royal Rumble match and stirs shit up. So now we have to see. And of course, the main event should be, or most likely will be, the Royal Rumble match for the World Heavyweight title. We all know the story of Roman Reigns. In since 2012 through 2013 and the beginning of 2014, the Shield. He, Dean Ambrose, and of course Seth Rollins were the shit in WWE. They had great matches, and then the split came, and what did we get? Singles push for Reigns, injury, Yeah, then 2015 came out. I'll get to that in a minute. Ambrose and Rollins really carried their weight. They really had awesome matches. They really impressed. They've shown that they can be singles guys and they can be stars on their own. Well, in WWE, instead of going with Ambrose or Rollins, decided, we have to push Roman Reigns. So in 2015, he won the Royal Rumble, and yeah, in 2014 he was cheered on because the people feared Batista would win the thing. Daniel Bryan wasn't even in there, and they cheered for him. In 2015, not even The Rock, celebrating the victory with him, could stop the boos. So the problem with Reigns is not Reigns himself. Sure, he at the moment still is kind of a one-trick pony, or three-trick pony. Well, Samoan drop everybody with a certain power can do a Samoan drop. And the thing about him, he spears people, he Superman punches them, and what else does he do? He is what people hated about Cena times 10. He gets the Superman booking. He has few moves he really relies on, and without the right opponent, his matches wouldn't be great either. But there was improvement over the course of 2015, and in the end, he lost to Sheamus at TLC, but afterwards he beat the whole League of Nations up, and he beat Triple H up, and the people loved it. He won the title. It was nobody had a problem with that at the time because they booked him as a badass, as the guy who beats people up. He doesn't talk that much. He doesn't care. He wants the title, and he got frustrated and beat the whole people up who stood in his way. And yes, while beating Triple H up and confronting Vince McMahon always is a good or a sure bet to get someone over. Yeah, a 17-on-1 match, which ends in a no contest after I don't want to lie here, 17 minutes. Sure, most of it was against Kevin Owens, but oh damn, not even Cena got this treatment, and making Roman Reigns look like a superhuman being, like Superman going Super Saiyan. Seriously, it's not really believable, and people don't want to see that kind of shit. So with this Royal Rumble, well, the odds are stacked against him, and he is one of the guys who really could win this thing because the competition is not too strong. He sure could win this thing, but that wouldn't be my favorite scenario. Gotta be honest here again. If he wins this thing and goes into WrestleMania as a champion, whoever stands up against him will be the biggest face WWE has seen since maybe Stone Cold or The Rock. Not even Daniel Bryan would get that kind of reaction. So that would totally destroy every chance Reigns has, at least I think so, at ever getting over as a babyface, at least for maybe 1 year, 2 years. In order to get the people behind him, he needs to lose here. Against whom? Well, we'll see. We'll discuss this, but maybe a screw finish because Triple H, Vince McMahon, the authority, well, they need to have some sort of impact or role in the finish. So Reigns loses the title because of them, and at WrestleMania he either goes against Triple H for personal revenge, or he goes for after the title and people are more likely to be at his side or on his side if they book this clever here. If they let him win the thing, I honestly doubt that Reigns will be the babyface champion at WrestleMania. And I don't believe they want to turn him heel, because if they did want to do that, if they wanted to do that, they would have done so already. But looking at the other participants, well, Braun Strowman. Oh my God, that's a big man. How can you eliminate? Oh, there he goes. Well, maybe he has Bray Wyatt and Eric Rowan and Luke Harper by his side, so maybe he won't go that fast. But honestly, Braun Strowman as World Heavyweight Champion of the WWE, Bubba Ray Dudley would be a wiser choice. So then we have The Big Show, always the guy. How can he be eliminated? Has he won the thing one time thus far? Only one, even once? No, he didn't. He always gets eliminated. And again, terrible choice for a world champion in 2016. So he won't win it either. Neither will Stardust. And Eric Rowan, Luke Harper, they are sidekicks for Bray Wyatt. So no, they won't either. Curtis Axel, yeah, sure. he will win this thing. So, people with at least a little, teeny tiny little chance are Sheamus, the leader of the League of Nations, but him against Reigns, for example, at WrestleMania, no, certainly not. If that was the main event, it would drive people away. People are not exactly too fond of Roman Reigns, but there's one guy they don't want to see as champion even more. Does that make sense? I don't know. Well, there's one person who's even a worse champion in the eyes of the internet fans and the mainstream fans, and nobody wants to see Sheamus as champion. Exclamation point. Mark. Don't care. Nobody wants to see Sheamus as champion, so if he won the thing, great road to WrestleMania that would be. Oh yeah. Ryback, well, I like Ryback. I don't know why, but something about the guy, somehow I like him. And as a world champion, well, not for WrestleMania. Maybe turning heel sometime along the way, and then for 2 or 3 pay-per-views, maybe a feud against the top babyface, and him turning heel, of course. Yeah, maybe, but not Sunday night. He won't win. Which leaves Dolph Ziggler. Many people would love to see that. I'd love to see that. Him as world champ and actually getting a real title reign that is in the focus of the show and not some side note or an afterthought. But honestly, Ziggler sure always has an outsider's chance, but I don't see him winning this either. Same goes for Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho, interestingly enough, has a history with Roman Reigns. We all know him, Reigns, and Dean Ambrose against the Wyatt family. And in the finish, Chris Jericho, probably you've seen it, but that's something that makes for a great story in the match. But I don't see. Chris Jericho is not really an authority goonie. Wouldn't really fit his personality, and wouldn't really be the best use they can put him to. So I don't see him as a winner either. Then we have the 2 guys who, from the people who are confirmed as of now, at least as far as I know, who really have a chance to beat Roman Reigns here. Bray Wyatt, because with the whole authority thing, sure he doesn't like Roman Reigns, probably he doesn't like the Authority either. He's his own man. He has his own guys backing him up. Problem with that is Bray Wyatt being champion at WrestleMania. Roman Reigns has to fight for the title. Otherwise, the title would have to be an afterthought, and that never works too well. Unless you have something like Undertaker, Shawn Michaels as the main event. Then, of course, that's okay, but we won't have that match, so yeah, Bray Wyatt. Again against Roman Reigns, the last feud was okay. Had some fun matches, but it's not that awesome that you have to put it in the WrestleMania main event. It's not a WrestleMania headliner. Now we have Brock Lesnar. Well, there's the beast incarnate. He, of the confirmed participants, has the best and maybe even the only chance to defeat Roman Reigns here, because if he was champion and headed into WrestleMania as champion and Roman Reigns would go after him, first of all, that would be a personal feud that would be intense as fuck. And of course, as a rematch from last year, we all remember Rollins cashed in. Lesnar didn't defeat Reigns. Reigns didn't defeat Lesnar. Both came close, but they didn't. And then Rollins came in and stole the title with his Money in the Bank briefcase. So there's a score unsettled here, and that would make for a great match, but please do it right. If you want to have that match as a WrestleMania main event, WWE, put the title on Lesnar. Have him be, at least in cahoots with the Authority. Not really a goonie, his own man, yes, but the lesser evil for the Authority. They think Brock Lesnar, he sure can beat those Reigns and the other guys. Have him champion, make him champion. That's the lesser evil. And Roman Reigns going after him, maybe, Lesnar doesn't even have to defend the title at Fastlane. Reigns has to wrestle some sort of, let's say, I don't want to go into the handicap matches, especially not 1 against 3 quadrillion, and that's just unbelievable. That's not credible. That's bullshit. But have him earn his spot at Fastlane, and then go against Brock Lesnar in the main event for a title, and then he can beat Lesnar. And if they do it right, people will accept Lesnar as a heel and Reigns as a face. As long as Reigns is not a Superman or superhuman, as long as he's a badass, that will work. Because badass Roman Reigns going against even more badass Brock Lesnar, that can be a tough fight, and last year's main event was good. Got even better when Rollins got involved because of all the drama, but, well, only 2 people are really credible winners here, Reigns and Brock Lesnar. But there are still some spots open, and there are always surprises. And this year there are a few possible surprises that can really shake things up. First of all, it's Daniel Bryan isn't officially cleared, but one doctor cleared him, the WWE doctor didn't. We don't know if that's a work, and he actually is cleared and makes a surprise return. For Cesaro, I don't think so. Rollins is out. Orton, who cares? Not at the moment. I like Orton, but at the moment, who cares? Daniel Bryan would make a huge impact, but chances of that happening, I don't know. I wouldn't bet on it. I sure as hell wouldn't bet on it. But Daniel Bryan would be a great surprise, and he really would stir things up and be a credible winner. We don't know. Maybe Lesnar wins the thing, is champion, Reigns has his own agenda against Triple H, who cost him the match. Well, who was second to last? Daniel Bryan going against Lesnar. I would love to. That's a match I really, really want to see. Make it happen, WWE. Whether it's at this WrestleMania or some other pay-per-view, I want to see that. But as I said, I wouldn't bet on it. Then, of course, AJ Styles. He's rumored to be at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view. Whether in an active role or just sitting at ringside or sitting backstage, I don't know. But, well, why not? If WWE decided to put him in there, he could make an impact. People, even those people who don't really know him, would catch on pretty fast that this is a guy who will be in the main event sooner or later. Hopefully sooner, because Styles isn't the youngest anymore. Shinsuke Nakamura, who's under contract with WWE soon too, well, don't see him making an entrance due to his bookings with New Japan. I doubt that he'll be able to compete here. I'd love to see that, but I doubt it. It's a shame. Shinsuke Nakamura, great guy, awesome wrestler, one of the best in the world. Then, of course, one person I'd love to see as a surprise entrant, Triple fucking H. I mean, the guy has a personal vendetta against Roman Reigns, and why? To be honest, the game has a vendetta or something to do with Roman Reigns. He wants to see him suffer. And the best thing he can do is Sheamus. Honestly, of course, Brock Lesnar is even better, but the game is a guy who finishes things off himself. That's why I wouldn't be too surprised if Triple H wouldn't interfere from the outside, but would be in the match. Maybe eliminating Reigns, Final Four. Just a dream scenario. Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, Daniel Bryan, and Triple H. Triple H eliminating Roman Reigns going bananas, eliminating Triple H. You can tease Lesnar versus Bryan, but as I said, that's a dream scenario. But seeing Triple H involved here, I'd love to see that, and him against Roman Reigns at WrestleMania would be a huge step for Roman Reigns. If he wins this, he can put an end to this whole fucking boring authority thing. Nobody wants to see that anymore. And if you want to see that, honestly, I don't know why. Explain it to me. So, I wouldn't care if Triple H won the Royal Rumble. Sure, that would put some heat on him, some X-Pac heat, but Roman Reigns going after him, and maybe Brock Lesnar being pissed off because that was my shot. What the fuck are you doing in here? I don't know, but Triple H getting involved is a possibility, and I totally would love to see that. Other than that, John Cena should be out too, and honestly, he has taken a few steps down, and him giving more credibility to the US title or the mid-card titles is a better way to utilize him at the moment than to have him be world champion again, because, well, we have seen most stuff with him in the main event. Not against Reigns, but face versus face, face quotation marks, or two faces both in quotation marks. That would be there would be a whole lot of people who are really confused who to cheer for or what to buy at the concession stand. Well, anyway, from the participants confirmed, Reigns and Lesnar both are likely choices to win this thing. If you add in some possible, even if unlikely, surprise entrants like Triple H, Daniel Bryan, or maybe even AJ Styles, well, would be nice because it wouldn't be as predictable. And of course, something that would be great too, even if they don't have a shot at really winning this, NXT guys. Put some NXT guys in there. I mean, come on. I understand Eric Rowan, Luke Harper, and Braun Strowman. Luke Harper is the only one of these three who really belongs in there. The other two are sidekicks of Bray Wyatt. That's why they are in there, to make Bray Wyatt seem like a more legitimate threat. But the other guys confirmed thus far, and some possible surprises we always see each year. And the dudes from the qualifying match, they don't stand a chance. And speaking as someone who knows the stuff is booked and written, they don't stand a chance. Why would WWE put the title on them? Well, if they did, yeah, some of the writers or bookers should be tested for drugs. So Lesnar reigns thus far. Hopefully there be a few credible winners or legitimate world champions in the surprise entrance, or among the surprise entrants. I'd love to see Triple H in there. And I hope whatever WWE does, it makes for a good road to WrestleMania. It's on the verge. It could go either way. Could be a great road to WrestleMania leading to a great WrestleMania main event and a great WrestleMania. Could be the exact opposite. We have to see. But, well, the surprise entrants are the real part where the suspense comes in. Because of the guys in there. We all know who doesn't stand a chance at winning. So, well, if you got anything to add, write in the comment section. And yeah, well, let's hope the Royal Rumble will be an entertaining event. And hopefully you'll read my review afterwards, or listen to my review afterwards, because however it goes, I sure as hell will have some things to say about it. So, until then, so long, your ugly fell.